Hello everyone, welcome to my page. In this video, we are going to talk about the full moon in Libra that is happening on April 16th, 2022. It's going to be exact on the East Coast at 2:55 p.m. If you would like to get notifications about my videos, please hit subscribe, tap on that bell so you know when I put out new videos, and like this video. Those are easy ways to support my channel and the work that I'm doing here, and I appreciate them. If you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can email me at my email that's in the description below. I can look at anything and everything, and I'm here to help you. So let's get into it. This full moon in Libra is actually really intense. It's intense, you guys. It's intense because of the aspects that it's making. And usually I just focus on what the moon is doing, but I'm going to also talk about what the sun is doing with this full moon in Libra, because it really gives us a lot of guidance about what directions we're going to have to go in to really unlock the power of this energy. So let's get into it. So as always, a full moon is when the moon is opposing the sun. And at this time, the sun is in Aries, which is all about the self, your brand, your body, your image, that I'm here, I am that I am, I exist, I'm going to take up space, I'm meant to be here, versus the axis of the other, right? Because Libra is about our partnerships. It is about our partnerships with other people. It's about our partnerships with ourselves, but particularly how we're relating to other people and how our relationships, our love relationships, our business relationship, our platonic relationships are either feeding our lives or not, right? And because of the intense aspect, there's a square to Pluto here, it's going to really highlight what needs to be released, because full moons anyway are all about endings, but this is even amplified more with Pluto square in the mix, because it's saying, what do you need to emotionally release so that you can give yourself back your time, back your energy to get to your end goals, so that you can really manifest the Aries part of you that you want, right? The part of you that wants to be independent, that has a lot of self-confidence, the part of you that's taking the lead in your life. Where are you in other relationships, negating your power, giving away your power, hiding your strength so that you have a status quo? And this full moon in Libra is like, yeah, that's over, right? That the universe is really cleaning house. And this full moon is happening right after the beautiful Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. And the Jupiter and Neptune conjunction in Pisces has at this point already awakened a very spiritual part of you, where your spiritual calling, your soul calling is awakened. And it's like, I want to have an expansion for self, right? So what's interesting, that even though this is a full moon in Libra, that ending that is happening in partnerships is so that you have more time to go into yourself and develop yourself. Now, we have the square to Pluto. Pluto is squaring both the sun and the moon at this time. So it's going to be about not just what you need to release emotionally, but what you need to release in your expressions of self, so that you can really get the maximum energy of this full moon in Libra. And so we also have the moon is going to be trining both Mars and Saturn in Pisces, right? And this is a really interesting energy. Trines in general, all about places where you can have great opportunity as long as you put in the work, right? Trines aren't just gonna hand the gift to you. This is you gotta work for it, right? And so you're going to have to work for your spiritual development. You're gonna have to work for the release. You're going to have to work for the shift in your consciousness and in your day-to-day patterns, so that you can have that room to really give yourself what you need. With both Mars and Saturn in the mix, especially in Pisces, because this is a weird energy for both of these planets to be in anyway, it's very etheric, you have to be very patient with yourself. As I was looking at the aspects of this full moon in Libra, what really stuck out to me was, I have to give myself time. You have to give yourself time to have these deep psychological and emotional shifts, so that you can really ruminate and grow and manifest what you want. It's a sense of like know that you know, but you don't know how you know. And allowing yourself to trust your intuition more, to trust that inner voice as it's guiding you to and inversely away from different situations. We also have Venus, which is the ruling planet of Libra. Well, she's going to be sextiling Uranus, right? And this is a very interesting energy. And Venus is going to be in Pisces at this time. So Venus in Pisces is very loving. She's very forgiving. She's very ethereal. She's also very self-sacrificing, right? It's a funny energy for Venus to be in because yes, Venus does love to give. She is the planet of love. She's the planet of beauty and finding the beauty in our relationships and our connections. But this full moon in Libra is saying, but you need to be real about what's actually happening. Where do you have delusions and ideas about your relationships with other people that aren't sustainable and quite frankly aren't healthy for you and need to be let go? So Venus is she's been going through changes for a minute, quite frankly. Like she's been going through changes for a minute. Like Saturn has been right on her, right? And Mars has been right on her, right? So it's been very intense. So for Venus, she kind of wants to breathe out. But because Pluto is squaring this full moon, it's like, but what are you breathing out into, right? So being mindful about where you're allowing yourself or what you're feeding your subconscious with, what connections you're feeding yourself with that make you feel beautiful, right? Is your beauty coming from a sense of self-worth? Is it coming from a sense of giving yourself time, giving yourself patience? Venus in Pisces needs to remember to put the mask of love on self before just giving it to everybody else. Martyr love seems cute until you realize that at the end of Romeo and Juliet, they're both dead, right? Just to be very blunt. Mercury is still in Aries as I'm recording this video, so I'm going to be very blunt with it, right? That you do need to allow yourself to go in a different direction, right? That Uranus and Taurus is a change in your modalities, changing your communications, change in what you're valuing. For example, if you valued your relationship with other people more than you valued your relationship with yourself, that's going to shift under this full moon, and vice versa, because it is about that balancing energy, right? We also have the sun is going to be sextiling Mars and Saturn. So this is really good. This gives like a levity, right? It's that the universe is saying, if you're not with those other people, at least you're with yourself. And listen to that sentence, at least you're with yourself. No, you are more with yourself, that you are valuable, that you giving yourself the time and energy that you need is really important so that you can have an evolution of growth, so that you have healthier relationships, that you have healthier connections, that you go even further in your own self-development. And that's going to lead you to a new tribe, to new people, to new networks, to new realization, and to new modalities that over time are going to give you what you need. Because Pluto's so in this mist, this isn't a atomic energy. I'm hearing a coffee drip, right? Dun, 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 dun. Right? Giving yourself the rhythm of growth and release so that you can have new horizons, really, and in a deep way, not just with other people, but with yourself, so that it's a lasting change, it's a lasting growth. And so as we go through the month of April, we still have some very intense energies, right? The moon is going to be building to conjunction with the South Node in Scorpio, which also is a very Plutonic energy, right? So there's a heavy Pluto energy for the rest of April that really is going to require you to have a lot of patience and love for yourself, to really give yourself the energy that you've been giving to other people, quite frankly. The card that we have for this is very, very appropriate. It is the Three of Swords. Yeah. So with the Three of Swords coming out, it's like, where has there been a love triangle with yourself? It could be quite literally where there's been a love triangle, or it could also be your mind, your body, your ego, your time, your desires, your wants, where your heart is piercing and wants you to give attention to it, so that there can be healing, so that, come on, the clarifying card is the Sun, so that you can have new growth, new opportunities, and new creativity coming into your life. You know, it's part of the artist's creed, right? That that sorrow can become beauty. So allow yourself to tap into where you aren't happy and to really focus your energy of being like, okay, well, I'm done with this. This has reached its natural end. And now I'm going to really put in the time to be who I need to be on every level. So that is a synopsis of the full moon in Libra. If you would like to get a reading from me, you can email me at my email in the description box. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Love you.